and Moran sits corners and a big landmine kind of pops out. Oh no! Punches in a cradle, right? Typical Tristan Moran cradle, flips over, gets the ball.
Especially considering that Jordan Burroughs steps on a landmine before he goes out there.
No.
And then that's it.
Every dog has its day. You never know. The things you can't predict are the things that always happen. Sal Mastriani with the mixer, first period.
Oh my goodness. That was too quick. Landmine?
I don't know what to tell you. He had a mixer. He didn't see it coming. No one tried a mixer on Zane Rutherford.
What's up, everybody? We are back with the next episode of the Home Mat Advantage Fantasy Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Jacob Hughley, and I am joined today by a herd of guests. We have, as always, Sam Herring, Ghost maybe, who knows? But Sam Herring, Jude Swisher, Seth Gross, and Jack Mueller. So I am joined by a whole host of people who are hammers on top and Jude Swisher.
Oh. All right. I see how it is.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing today? How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing great. About to help my brother study for some real estate stuff, but I'm excited to talk some wrestling.
Very cool. How about you, Seth?
I'm doing good, man. Just another day, just trying to enjoy things and getting some more work done on the house. So not too much going on. I always love to talk wrestling.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
I'm excited.
Sam, Jude, Sam, doing good?
Been working hard on the live stream and everything, and it's working out well, and I'm excited to keep going forward on this.
Heck yeah, man.
I would say I'm doing good, but I actually I have something to get off my chest here. I found out about basically the biggest scam ever. It's the websites where they're like, here, you can go name a star. You pay us $25, $30, and you can go, like, we'll name the star for you. Like, what's up with that? Like, they're like, here's the star. Like, it's so dumb. That's such a dumb idea that somebody's like, here, if you pay off it, though. I'm sure they make tons of money.
Genius business idea.
All they're doing is just saying, that the star. Yep, that star. It's yours. It's all yours, man.
Yeah, probably sold the same star about 80 times already.
I know, right? But like, what are you gonna do with what are you gonna do with 1 million cubic volumes of flaming gas 1 billion miles away? What are you gonna do with that? Nothing, right? And it's
the important question is there a Jude star?
Well, the reason I know it's a scam is because I had to try it out myself, right? All right.
Really?
They didn't send you your star?
No, I was waiting in the mail. I'll have to write to you a PS. All right.
Wow. All right.
That's all I have.
Good start to the episode.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, we're just going to go ahead and get into talking some wrestling. Before we jump in, we'd like to obviously give a quick shout out to Sam Herring for putting this live thing together, man. This is awesome. I know we've been doing this for a little while, but being able to go live is so much cooler. Get to actually see people comment and interact with people is really cool. Also, before we get into it, go ahead and make sure you follow us on all of our social media sites. HMA Wrestling is on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, pretty much anywhere that you go to look for your social stuff. We are out there.
At 8.
So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about real quick for 1 second what the heck happened last night with Penn State versus Virginia Tech. So if you joined our first ever live episode last night, you tuned in and saw what was absolute pandemonium, and the Hokies almost took out the Nittany Lions last night. Sam, why didn't you do it?
It would have been silly. Nick Lee's too good. It wouldn't have been realistic. But man, it was making Jude get so worked up. It was fun to watch him.
I was real nervous. I thought it was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna do it.
I wasn't gonna do it from the beginning, but I was kind of trying to trick Jude a little bit to see what his reaction was. And
Oh my
it paid
gosh.
off. Jude, you reacted the exact way.
Yeah, I'm glad I made a fool of
Perfect.
myself on
Perfect.
live on live podcast.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
there's definitely a couple of huge upsets. Like, well, Joey Dance over Nico was a pretty big upset, but the biggest one of the duel for sure was Christian Piles using his landmine to mix Zane Rutherford in the very first match of the duel, which was insane. So Sal Mastriani, yeah, he had his day last night, or his night last night. He had his day last night. Who knows? But anyway, so after that, we got Penn State in the semifinals, and we're going to figure out tonight who the heck joins them. Will it be the Red Hot Badgers coming off of that upset over Oklahoma State, or your number 5 Cornell Big Red? So we will find out right here in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and get into our lineups for the night. So I think, Sam, I believe you did both of them, didn't you?
I did both of these teams, so my
Wow.
teams are doing well. What can I say?
Yeah.
Wow, aren't you
Taking them
special?
all the way to the quarters, and I've got a guaranteed team in the semis, so it's working well right now.
I would just like to point out that I didn't have a team on this side of the bracket. So
Fair enough.
of course you made it this far.
Okay.
But since, we do have a Wisconsin Badger on the show with us, Seth, can you go through and just give us the rundown of the lineup for Wisconsin real quick?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll give a best breakdown I can. Ryan Taylor, 125. He was a beast coming out of high school, one of the best high school wrestlers ever, and had some lingering injuries throughout college. Didn't quite probably meet his expectations, but he was super solid throughout. I think he ended up All-American in one time, if I'm correct. And but super solid, super dangerous, can wrestle in a lot of positions and put guys in danger.
Who's that guy
Next
named
up,
Ray?
next up we got this Seth Gross character. No, I'm just kidding. That's me. I did all right in college. I don't know what you call it for this year, the first team All-American or something
First
like
team,
that.
yeah, I think
But
that's it.
besides that, a 2-time finalist the previous years and then won it one year. So that's me. Tristan Moran at 141. He's a guy that could catch anybody, as we saw last duel when he got the win for the team. But Tristan's tough. He's beaten, some of the best guys in the country. He's beaten Nick Lee. He's beaten Chad Red. He's beat Mitch McKee. He's also probably lost to those same guys. He's super, he just wrestles a wide open style, so anything could really happen with him.
Is he gonna make
Kyle-
weight?
Yeah, I know. Might have to put him up at 74 for this duel. But,
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know if he weighed in right now, like stepped on a scale. I don't think he'd make 174. So.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, he's something else. Yeah, I saw him actually for the first time yesterday, and it ain't. It's something else. But next up, Kyle Rochelle. I don't know what you got his credentials. I don't know his career too well.
He's a couple-time All-American. Now coaching at University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and so he's a couple-time All-American. Made the Pan Am team infamously at 74 kilograms 1 year. So, really solid wrestler. Good guy for the Badgers at 49.
Yeah, and then next up we got Isaac Jordan, and he was just super consistent, solid guy, always tapping on the door at the top, trying to break through there, and had some really if you take out Alex Derringer, some of the top guys he competed against, I think Martinez, he's right there, or was it Martinez maybe, but he's right there with those guys. He never, I don't think, broke through and beat any of them, but was always, I think he's a one-time finalist, few-time All-American, and super solid. And then you got Andrew Howe, national champ right there. He's got pretty tough matchup tonight. But he was super solid, wrestled for Wisconsin and Oklahoma in his career. And he was always, was he a 3-time All-American?
I think he was. I can double check that for you guys when we get to that weight.
Yeah, and then Ryan Christensen, he was pretty solid, 4-time NCAA qualifier. did all right. I think he won a couple matches at nationals, and his senior year, I think he was ranked top 10 for a little bit, and he was pretty beat up. He went through an injury his senior year and probably didn't finish the way he wanted to, but he's a solid guy at that weight. And then we got Travis Rutt, Ricky Robertson. I don't know Ricky Robertson too much. I think Sam just threw him in there for his name, I think he said. But Rutt was solid. He was an All-American and had a couple really decent seasons where I think he only had 4 losses one year and did pretty well. And then you got Brandvold, who I think was 2-time All-American, and he was undefeated, I want to say, going into nationals one year, and ended up, was his best placement maybe 4th or 3rd, something in that.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Medberry was finalist, super solid all the way, across. He's one of the better heavyweights of the century for sure. So pretty solid lineup, looking for the win tonight. So there's your Badgers.
Man. And they're hot off an upset over Oklahoma State. It's a big one. All right. And then Jack, why don't you do the honors? And if you don't know all these Cornell guys, you can just say their names, but just run through.
I think I've got a good understanding. So Troy Nickerson, was he was definitely a one-timer. Did he win 2?
Yeah. And he only won 1 time.
He won 1. He got a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I don't know what order, but he got all top 4.
Okay, I think his last year was 4th. I'm looking at it right now. And then Nashawn, 3-time AA, 1-time champ, or 4-time AA, 1-time champ?
4-time AA.
4-time.
4-time AA.
Okay. Ooh. And then Yanni, 2-time champ. Villalonga, he was really good in high school. I think he was a Blair guy. I don't know how well he did in college, but he was like stud high school wrestler. Mm-hmm. Some skills. Real Budo, finalist. Who did he beat to make the finals again? Was that the year that he beat?
Is that Ian Miller?
It's Ian Miller. Yeah.
We talked about this match.
So he beat Miller in the quarters and then beat Dylan Ness with an injury default. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I forgot about that.
Yep. And then
imagine getting a forfeit in the NCAA semifinals.
So they did wrestle the match. They were out there wrestling, and then he got hurt.
They did? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was nuts. But what was he hurt beforehand? And then
I think
he was up already. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he tried to battle through it and just couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I remember he after that. Sorry, he ended up coming out and taking the standing ovation for 6th.
Yeah, he was fun to watch at NCAA's. Ness.
Yeah.
All right, Dake, 4-time champ, 4 different weights, probably the best college wrestler in history. Mac Lunas, multiple-time All-American, was the 1 seed, got upset first round, I think. Yeah, it was. And when he was at 65. Gabe Dean, 2-time champ. Cam Seamez, another NCAA champ. And then Jeremy Sweeney, I don't know if he ever All-American. Probably a few-time qualifier. I know that this is a weight that they've always struggled at, so definitely a little bit of a hole here.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Right. A lot of
there we go.
Seth, we got a question for you from Cole Baumgartner. I think he wrestled at Missouri and possibly Duke, I believe.
Yeah, he wrestled at Duke.
I know Cole. That's my dude.
He was asking if Hilger can possibly drop down to 97 for this duel.
Ooh, if he needs to. Hilger, he's been trying to gain weight. I think he's been getting a little bit bigger each year. Yeah. I wish there was some way we could sneak Graf into the lineup, and then we'd be.
That's what I was looking at. That one stunk when I was trying to find a way to get Graf in.
Wait, I mean, I think Seth, you wrestled at 141 for 1 match, right? Against Bryce Meredith.
Are you trying to kick out the Badger hero?
He's trying to wrestle Yanni now.
I'm just saying, we could count that as a career 141.
Well, and I was 141 my freshman year too.
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe not for this duel, but for one of these duels, I'm gonna have to sneak up to 141.
Imagine the scrambling mess that would be between you and Yanni.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Crazy.
All right, hey, let's hop right in. Let's get this puppy rolling. Get started.
What way we starting at?
Ooh,
It's going to be
That's up to you,
decided
Seth.
by Wisconsin. Yep.
It's up to me again. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you guys
lower
are
seed picks.
low seed team.
All right, we're starting at. I couldn't think of the best game plan for this match, but we're gonna go with a starting weight of.
Do we have a less prepared
184.
Seth Gross right now?
Hey, I'm good at thinking of things on the spot. We're going 184.
Okay, 184.
All right.
It's a tough one for the Badgers to start off with.
So
right.
All right.
184 pounds. We're starting off with. We're gonna have Gabe Dean for Cornell, obviously. Who's stepping on the mat for the Badgers, Seth?
We're putting Rod out there. He's gonna go out, take his shot. A little bit outmatched here, but anything could happen.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. All right. Well, so Travis Rutt, I think we already talked about him briefly, but he was an All-American at 184 for Wisconsin. I believe he was a 4-year starter. He had a pretty good collegiate career. I mean, yeah, All-American, extremely talented, but he's going up against Gabe Dean, who has a win over Ed Ruth, as I like to say.
Your big wins. That's like Jude's deciding factor.
Dude,
Last
That's the
time you
peak,
picked
right?
Nolan Boyd over Rutt because he beat Gabe Dean. So
yeah, well, not this again. But
No, but your big thing for Gabe Dean was just that he has a win over Ed Ruth. It's like we're not going to even talk about the two national
Nothing else.
national titles.
I don't know, man. Ed Ruth is that's a pretty good highlight. I'm just gonna say.
The dude was nicknamed the
Okay, so
Destroyer
if Penn
of
State
Worlds.
was going against if Penn State was going against Cornell, you taking Dean over Ruth?
Well, probably not.
I would.
Oh
Hey.
my.
If depending on how this shakes out, it could happen next round. So we might have to
All right, well,
put Baby in a corner.
Cornell homer over here. Jeez.
Not
All right,
hey,
all right.
like I
Dean
said,
over Ruth.
I don't have a Wisconsin shirt. I have a Cornell one, so
We'll have to take care of
we'll
that.
change that. Yeah. But
All right.
all right, I'll start it off. It's Gabe Dean. There's not much to say. It's Gabe Dean.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that. I got Gabe Dean too.
Gabe
Yeah.
Dean.
Gabe Dean. Yeah, I think we're all going Gabe Dean unless Jude's changing.
I don't know. I'm kind of eyeballing Ricky Robertson over there. If you sent him out, I might have.
Ricky's on the bench.
All right, I'll pick Gabe Dean for conformity's sake, and Cornell takes a 3-0 lead over the red hot
Alright.
Wisconsin Badgers. And let's go to 197 pounds. We have Trevor Brandvold. He was a 2-time Big Ten champion, 2-time All-American under 97 pounds. Real good wrestler. He had a pretty good senior level career. But he's going up against national champ Cam Simes. How do you guys see this match playing out?
Well, hold on. Before we even get there, Sam, who's Cam Simes? National champ. Anything else we got about him?
He was seeded number 1 in that insane bracket, I believe.
Yeah.
What year was that? What was that bracket?
2008, 165.
So he's gained a lot of weight.
No, it might have been 2009. 8 or 9. I don't know. Who
I
cares?
don't know either. But he went from 65 to 97, really? I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Was it 65?
I don't think he was at 65. I could be wrong.
I'll look it up
Well,
real quick.
all right.
I've got a stat for this match. Cam Simes beat Trevor Brandvold in the 3rd place match, 2011.
That's what I was gonna bring up. Yeah.
Well,
5-2.
I'm just a moron. I'm thinking of Mac Lunas. You're thinking of Mac
Yeah.
Lunas too.
That's
That
what I
bracket
was
was
too.
Mac Lunas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Cam Simes head-to-head win, national champ. I mean, the stats are there. The wins there. I'm going Cam Simes.
Yeah.
Close
hard-
to-
You know Cam personally?
Yeah,
He was at South Dakota State, wasn't he?
Yep, he was at South Dakota State for a year when I was there. So yeah, he's got a gas tank. He just wore dudes out at 97. Just nobody could keep his pace. He was just nonstop. So yeah, I got to go with Cam at this weight.
Where is he now? Do you know?
He's still at South Dakota State.
He is. Okay.
Awesome. All right, let's get our votes in. I'm going Cam Simes, and it looks
Me
like
too.
Sam's not letting anyone vote. He's just putting in the check marks. All right. Well,
All
then,
right. Moving on down 285. We have another decision for the Badgers at 285 on who to throw out. So who are we going to see on the mat? Or are you waiting to see that Jeremy Sweeney actually does step on the mat?
Yeah, is he out there already, or what's happening?
It looks like he's out there. So we got Sweeney on the mat for Cornell, Wisconsin.
You know, we'll throw Hilger out there tonight because Medberry's a little bit tired from his last match, and Hilger wants to make some noise and put a show on for the crowd.
Also, because Sweeney gets ridden out a lot.
Hilger's a monster on top, so.
Oh yeah, you gotta love a heavyweight that rides legs and has like a '70s bad boy flow.
Dude, I don't know how he does the stuff he does at heavyweight, man. You know, he's a crowd pleaser for sure. Dude,
don't underestimate Sweeney's mustache, though. He's got like a curly.
You got the mustache versus the flow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well,
all right, I'll start it off. I got Hilger, big time.
Jude, who you got?
You know, I'll follow suit. I'll go Hilger. Give me Trent Hilger. I'll go with Thor.
Awesome.
I think
Sam
I
Wise
as well. I mean, Sweeney, we've seen him struggle a lot on bottom in the past, and you do not want to be wrestling Hilger when you're struggling on bottom. So,
yeah, awesome. Jack, who you got?
Give me a good flow over a good mustache any day.
Nice.
I got Hilger.
Weren't you just talking about sporting the mustache?
one match a year, right?
Hey, I'm undefeated with the mustache. I'm just throwing that out there. But y'all never seen me with the flow.
Now, the question is, Seth, does Hilger get a turn?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
Okay.
He doesn't pin him, but he turns him up a few times.
I would venture to say it's a pin. Power half.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go round to the top. 125. We've got Ryan Taylor versus Troy Nickerson. Let's start off. Sam, Troy Nickerson. Tell us some stats.
So we've talked about him a little bit. He's a 2009 national champ. He took first, second, third, and fourth, not in that order, but an incredible wrestler that I completely overlooked. I know we talked about this with Sean Russell, but I completely overlooked Troy Nickerson and had no idea that I had taken his spot. And I gave it to Frank Pirelli earlier when I was making this team. Cornell's been strong at 25 through Nickerson, Frank Pirelli, Vito Arujau, soon to be Diaco Mahalis, Greg. So
is Vito gonna go up to 33?
Who?
Vito?
Yeah, probably. He's pretty big. He's very tall.
Yeah, yes. He is tall.
So I will say I feel bad about giving Sam so much crap the other day for leaving Troy Nickerson out. But then we found out that Nickerson is making this duel only by 1 year because his senior year was 2010. Sam was born in 2006. So
I was 3.
Troy Nickerson was wrestling in college before Sam was actually on this planet.
So we'll cut you a little slack, Sam. Yeah. Don't let it happen again, though. All right.
Yeah, man. But Ryan Taylor, Seth, you got something about him?
Yeah, he's an All-American, solid. Like I said, super good coming out of high school. But this dude had a whole lot of surgeries. Yeah, I know he had back surgery, I think hip surgery, a lot of things. And I don't think he wrestled his senior year. So he wrestled his first 3 years, 3-time national qualifier, pretty solid at Big Tens each time, and then finished as an All-American his junior year. So
he was a blood round guy a couple of those years, right?
Yeah, he was always right there. And
yeah,
finally got on the podium, but wasn't able to compete his senior year.
What a shame. And it's funny, both of these guys were actually kind of plagued by injuries, right? If I remember that Nickerson had some injuries that kept them from winning more national titles.
How do you remember? You were like 5 too. You were
listen, dude. I listen to FRL. I know my stuff. All right,
Jack. Do you have any connection with these guys? Do you know?
Well, so I've been coached by Jordan Lean, and then when my freshman year, Frank Pirelli was our RTC guy. So I know like some stories of Troy, and apparently he would just you didn't know if he was gonna make weight or not. Like sometimes, like Frank was going out there every once in a while, like not knowing what to do.
Hey, did we check his weight before the duel?
I think we might
he
need to
make
check
it?
his weight.
I'll check it out, make sure he's good. Throw him in the sauna for a little while.
Yeah.
He's fresh.
And then
He'll make
Steve
it.
Garland coached him for a little bit too, or knew him for a little bit because he was at Cornell. But I mean, I've heard this story where he was like about to not wrestle, and then Andrew Long was the guy, and he went out there and didn't train all week and went out and pinned him, just like on the spot, and it was 1-2 at the duel, and
Wow.
it was nuts. So
Andrew
he could
Long
turn it on.
I blew it. I really should have put Andrew Long in the Penn State team because he wrestled
Andrew Long.
33 at a year.
Did he wrestle? Yeah.
He was
Did
in
he
the.
wrestle 33?
Yeah, he did. He took third. I'm pretty sure. Here, I'll look it up.
Oh, he made the finals at 25.
Yeah.
He wrestled 33 for Penn State, didn't he?
Yeah, he took third.
33 and third.
Who did he lose to that year?
I don't know. I'll check it out. It's hard because WrestleStat only goes back to like 2014. So it's difficult.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into it. Let's just go ahead and get in. I think it's Troy Nickerson here for me. Sam.
I got it. I got Troy Nickerson as well. I mean, this one's it's not hard to vote on. Ryan Taylor's one-time All-American, Troy Nickerson a 4-time top 4 every time, and a national champion. Like just comparing stats, it's not hard to go with Nickerson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got Nickerson as well.
Yeah,
Maybe Nickerson.
I think Nickerson's one of the most skilled guys to wrestle 125.
I agree. Yeah, since I messed up and didn't realize I should have put him in the lineup, I've watched some film on him, and he had some really, really slick stuff.
Yeah, he was
back when
amazing.
wrestling.
Jack, so you've seen him wrestle?
I've wrestled him before in practice, and it was not fun.
Well, that ruined my question. I was going to ask who wins.
Yeah, no, I was like young freshman, college, senior in high school, but it was not a good practice for me for sure.
And so
That's funny.
how hard was 125 for you?
It just depended on the week, to be honest. Sometimes like my metabolism was great and I stuck with my diet, and then other times I was an idiot.
Nice.
And, like had a meal after that was too much, and then I'm 15 over whenever I have to make weight on that Sunday, that Friday. It's terrible. But
Yeah.
I was running pretty much every day, about 3 miles, and it was a lot by the end.
Yeah, I just know that you always hear that, people talk about how big you were for 125. And it's one thing to hear, like the Flo guys talk about it or see it on Twitter or something. I'd rather hear it right from you.
Yeah.
Especially
So, I mean, I ate the same thing every day, or I tried to. So I'd have a peanut butter waffle in the morning, and then a sandwich for lunch, and then chicken and broccoli for dinner. Didn't stray from it, and drank water, and that was it. And then I lost like a good 10 to 15 that way, and then I was about 10 to 15 over after that. So
Wow.
What kind of sandwich?
so
important
I was
question.
doing this sandwich from like a local store. It was turkey and then provolone and sprouts, and then they had this special sauce, and it gave me food poisoning 3 days before ACCs this year. I was like, I've been eating this sandwich for 2-3 years, and now I get food poisoning.
Great timing.
I know, it's terrible.
All right. Well, let's move down to 133. Probably the biggest match of this duel. Correct me if I'm wrong. Between that and 165.
65, yeah, those two are the biggest in my opinion.
So
Those
we're
are the that I like advertise and stuff.
yeah. So I don't even know where to start with this one. So I guess Nashon's not here to defend himself. So Seth, give us the case for Seth Gross.
All right. Well, I guess it's a little trickier for me to back myself as much because he's beaten me in freestyle twice. But I will say freestyle, both times we wrestled, we were actually, I think, even in takedowns. I actually think I got one more takedown than he did the second match. And he ended up winning because he got 2 blast doubles right to my back for 4. So
He does.
That kind of.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if the rest of you guys have seen that match, but it's possibly my favorite freestyle match ever. It was awesome.
Yeah. I'm pretty
It was
pretty
a
sure.
shootout.
Yeah, it was like first one was like 16-14, and then the second match we wrestled was like 14-13, something wild. Like both of them were freaking nuts. And to defend myself, that second match, I don't like to make excuses or not much, but that's like Bono left and freaking we didn't have a coach at South Dakota State, so I was freaking out there training by myself, freaking trying to figure it out. But it was an interesting situation, and then like it was weird because like that match was the first time like Damien actually coached me at a match, and it was a little bit interesting. But anyways, get into the folk style side of things. So I think we freestyle, we're pretty even on our feet. So I'd say folk style, right? We're probably pretty similar on our feet. And once we go to the mat, I honestly haven't watched Nashon a ton in college, so I don't know how much of a mat wrestler he was, but I know he did struggle a little bit on top against certain guys, and guys that were really good on top. So I think that, you know, I can get a good ride going on him, try to get something going there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, was he a good top wrestler? Anybody know?
So I actually got a little in trouble with him. I picked AJ Shop over him in the Edinburgh Cornell duel, and he did not like that. So no, I stuck with it, man. I still think he'd win. But
yeah,
he said, Nashon said he was good on top. He never got ridden out.
Really? I said, dude, AJ freaking, I talked to Shop quite a bit still, but that dude is 10 times better than I am on top, dude.
Seth, how much is AJ an inspiration for your top wrestling?
Dude, he's huge, man. Like before that, I was like all like I tried to crossface cradle guys, and that was like the only thing I did. Like every match, my freshman year, I didn't do. I mean, I was round to 12, I did all right, but that's when he got there and really worked with me that summer, like all summer on my tilts and stuff, and it just took off that next year. But this dude, like even my he was there for my sophomore year when I was a runner-up that year, and he would just beat the crap out of me on the mat. Like this dude, like I knew exactly what he was doing, and he just unreal. His hands are like that much longer than mine. Like it's nuts, but he's a beast. But anyways, back to the matchup a little bit. But yeah, so I mean, it's I think if we look at both our best year, he was 34-1. The year he won it and had like a 60%, 65% bonus point rate. So that was probably his peak, his best year. And then my best year, I was 29-0 at 133 and had an 82% bonus point rating. And I'd say Cornell and South Dakota State are probably somewhat similar as far as competition wise. So yeah, that's, I mean, I'll make my choice after you guys do, but that's a little bit about stats and matchup type deal.
Yeah.
What's the over under on points here? Just
a lot.
Wondering.
A whole lot.
Especially in folks.
30.
Well, you know, Seth, what do you think would be more entertaining between you two? Number one and number two, which style would have the most points on the board? Which are tightly?
That's a good question. I don't know what. I think we'd probably put up a crazy amount of points in folk style too.
Yeah.
But I remember in freestyle, I actually got a tilt on him and scored. Like I got a 2-on-1 tilt and got like 2 turns on him one match with a 2-on-1 tilt. So maybe I'll get that on the match.
All right, hold on, got to show it. Can y'all see the video?
No, we cannot.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Try exiting out of this, and there you go.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Beautiful.
You can see it.
No, you move it back.
You got your desktop.
It disappeared. Okay,
Nice.
Hold on. Let me find it.
What are you showing?
I got to show the video because there's one move in it that is awesome.
All right, we gotta be careful. Showing videos is kind of
Hey, it's posted by Flo. We know those guys.
All right, just don't get
us in
trouble here, Jacob.
Gotta be careful.
All right, so real quick, let me throw it on there. Sorry, I had it all planned
while
out.
Jacob's doing
It was
this,
so beautiful, and then it just technology doesn't like me.
It's good. Dog, it happens.
Y'all see it now?
Yep.
Cool. So this, I had to show this because Nation's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
This match is incredible. Watch it, but this is cool. Boom.
Ooh. Wait, I saw that
on Rivera this year.
It's the big four.
I saw that on Instagram like 3 days ago.
I might have posted it. So I've posted probably within the last month or so.
Mhm.
Didn't you hit this on Rivera?
I hit more of on Rivera. I stood up and like reached back and kind of set it up, but similar kind of motion.
Absolutely.
Great
So
match.
I had to show it.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to it.
Hey,
Jack, have you
Yeah,
wrestled
to Jack.
either of the guys that are in this match?
Seth and I have wrestled in practice one time at Columbia, but I've never wrestled Nashon, no.
Yeah.
No, so I don't really have a insight.
Wait, so how does a Seth and Jack match go?
All mat wrestling, I would assume.
It was freestyle.
Wrestled freestyle.
Oh, okay, well that takes a lot of entertainment out of it.
yeah.
Well. All right, so I guess we'll get into it.
Hey, before we get into the matchup, so
yeah.
I was doing some research. I pulled up Andrew Long's because we were just speaking about him. I pulled up his NCAA bracket. So yeah, he took third his year he wrestled for Penn State. He lost in the semifinals to Andrew Hochstrasser. And this bracket's crazy. Let me just read you some of the names. You got Jordan Oliver, Tyler Graff, Andrew Long, BJ Futrell, Devin Carter, David Thorne. Lots and lots of really tough guys all the way through. It's pretty cool. I actually really enjoy going back and looking at old brackets. It's just interesting, right? It's cool. All right. Sorry, that's all I had. Let's get into this matchup.
All right. Who do we want to go first?
I want to throw it to Jack.
Who's scared of Seth the least is the question.
Probably Jack.
All right, Jack, kick it off.
Whoa. I'm not scared. I voted on the Twitter, so let me pull up my Twitter and just see what I voted so I don't change it. I wouldn't want it. Let me find it real quick. Y'all go to someone else. I don't want it to be like I changed my answer. What? Who? All
right, so
on the spot?
There's a few things you have to focus on though in this match. It's very similar to the AJ Shop one because Seth and AJ wrestle a lot similarly. Seth on top, we have to think about for Nashon and that battle, but also Nashon's blast doubles that we saw in their matches together. So we have to take both of those things into account, like thinking. So I would favor Nashon in neutral, and I would favor Seth on the mat.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Hey, like I said, we were even in takedowns in those freestyle matches.
I'm still favoring Nashon in neutral. But something that Sean Russell talked about AJ, he said wrestling him in the room. Sean is similar to Nashon in some ways. He's very explosive with high crotches and stuff like that. Not the exact same, but he said wrestling AJ, he felt like he couldn't get any explosion or any power. He felt like AJ he was so sticky and he would get to 2-on-1 ties and stuff like that, and he couldn't get out of them. And I think that's very similar to how Seth wrestles. So I think we have to think about those things when
I would also say we were kind of talking about this before, but Seth, when he wrestled RBY, who I guess is he's kind of similar style to Nashon. Seth had a really good style that almost neutralized RBY's neutral prowess, where he would get to that 2-on-1, he would slow RBY down, because when Roman Bravo Young and Nashon Garrett, both of them, when they get moving, it's really, really hard to stop them. So,
and then think about somebody who slowed down Nashon with a tie like that, and I think of Joe Colon. Every time that Joe Colon was able to get an underhook on Nashon Garrett, he would severely mess with Nashon's timing, speed, everything like that.
But Nashon won that series.
That's true. He did win the series eventually. How many times did they wrestle? Because they had like the World Team Trials, US Open, Final X.
Final X, yeah.
But my my thing there is I don't think if you watch their third match, where Nashon teched him, he didn't get to a single underhook. Second match, he got to very few. The first match where he won, he got to a bunch. So that's kind of the correlation I'm drawing between those two matches.
So hold on. Before we go, I got a question real quick. So I'm going to ask Jack because Seth is a little too close to the question. The round right before that we just had, we talked about how we had Nashon and Shop.
Yes.
Who would you have in that match?
Have they wrestled before?
No, they haven't.
Nope.
They haven't wrestled. That's kind of crazy.
I know.
I would have gone
Their
Nashon.
careers overlapped a bunch.
Thank you.
I would have gone Nashon.
Thank you.
Okay.
Shop was awesome on top, obviously.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, it's the way I described it last episode is you have two dudes that have superpowers in different areas, right? Shop superpowers on top. He was awesome, right? But Garrett superpowers on his feet, and I just think that I think the feet just I don't know, man. Like if he is as good on his feet as he normally is in that match, I don't see I don't see the top game of Shop breaking through.
Well, Shop beat Tony Ramos just because he's good on top. He was number one going into nationals that year and lost like first round and then ended up pinning his way to third place.
Yeah, he wrestled George DiCamillo in the round of 12, and George took him down and then got pinned.
Dude, he had like 4 or 5 pins that
insane.
turn. Nuts. I think he scored pretty much more than every champ except for like 2 of them or something wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
AJ's so awesome. I do a lot of camps at Young Guns, and you guys know AJ Shop was one of Young Guns' first guys. And I spent a lot of time with the guys at Young Guns. And my first time ever going up there, AJ Shop was a clinician. And I'd kind of liked Top a little bit, but I hadn't really committed too much to Top. After that, when he really broke down like the small details of his tilt, I started tilting everybody. And that was like my better position was Top. And I feel like AJ Shop has that effect on so many people.
Yeah, he's really good at breaking it down piece by piece. Like he's the only dude that really got me finally into that stuff, which I probably should have been doing forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about the opportunities that we have now. Like literally, I can go on Flo and watch his technique.
Yeah, insane.
It's crazy.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and start it. I think we're all stalling for some reason.
Not that I'm here, is it, guys?
But I'll blow the doors off. Give me Nashon.
I thought you would.
Yeah,
Give me
I saw
man.
that coming, dude. I already knew you were going
hard.
to.
Come on.
Tell us why.
Hey, I can't unsee the blast doubles, man. I can't unsee them.
Yeah.
And
All right, Jack.
Seth's right here. And what fun is it to pick Seth when he's right here?
Tough fun, dude.
Going for the fun. All right.
You really want me to be upset the rest of the time? No.
Absolutely. That's the point. Come on.
All right.
So I chose Seth in the Twitter poll. And I'm going to stick with Seth. But I will say, Nashon, when he was on that year that he pinned Brewer in the semis, I think that was one of the best NCAA tournament anyone's ever put together.
Yes.
But the year that Seth won it, I think that weight class was one of the best weight classes we've probably seen in a long time. What?
Sorry, it's the peak of both of these guys is like I can't envision it in my brain. It doesn't I can't comprehend it.
My ride to the finals that year, because I was in that weight class, it would have been DeSanto, Micic, Pletcher, and then Gross.
Holy
that would have been my ride.
I forgot Pletcher was in there.
I lost to DeSanto, and then I wrestled.
You beat him. Did you wrestle him 3 times that year?
4 times. It was ridiculous. Could not. I hate wrestling that kid.
Yeah. We were talking about that before we started the recording.
Yeah, it's just like annoying, dude. Like
I was bleeding after every match in my armpit.
Dude.
He gets his
Bleeding in your armpit?
Was it you that got the concussion in one of the matches?
I gave him a concussion because I didn't stand and grab me.
I remember his interview about that too.
Yeah, he thought I was trying to hurt him.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
He like beat me, and then he was like, "You tried to hurt me!" Like screaming in my face. I was like, "Dude, man, you just beat me. Leave me alone."
Yeah,
Come
Wow.
on. And then
That
I
year where he was at
the
Drexel,
round
he
12.
was he was unleashed.
He's kind of calmed down a whole bunch. It's interesting to see his like progression emotionally
publicly,
from from Drexel to to now.
I'm
yeah,
sure he's-
definitely improvements.
Iowa's gotten him a lot calmer.
He's a nice kid
would you
off
say?
the mat.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but on the mat, he's mean.
Yeah, he was kind of having some, like the last match we wrestled at Big Tens. He had a lot of words for the referee during that.
Oh.
I hit him in a duck under and at scuffle, and he goes, "Man, that was really nice. That was really good."
Talked during the match. I
Please
remember
just wrestle me.
at Big Tens, like I grabbed a 2-on-1 and walked him out of bounds, and like he got hit for stalling, and like I don't know if he had contacts or something, or he like said his eye got hit or something. We went back to the center. He got hit with stalling, and he was like, "I got hit with stalling," and then he was like, "Gosh, dang it!" And
Oh my gosh.
front line ready to go.
That's
Does
awesome.
that-
That'd be like Terry Brands reincarnated, kind of.
So what does that do to you guys mentally? Does that like because when you're in a wrestling match, you're in the zone, just like ready to go. Does that kind of like throw you off, like not off your game, but like kind of like take you a little bit out of the like zone where you're like, the heck's this kid saying, or like what is that?
And I mean, I'm pretty relaxed when I wrestle, so I just found it pretty funny. So I just laughed about it. And then there was another time I remember that they had the ride time like messed up, and then like in the corner they were taking forever, and he was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Yo, they're just trying to figure out the ride time or something." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh man,
Get me wrestling. Oh, he's funny.
no cartwheel Kimuras
Let's
though.
get back to the picks. I want to finish it. Well, obviously Seth is going to finish it. Jude, you go.
I'm going with Nashon. I'm sorry, Seth.
The man.
I think Nashon Garrett on his feet
Jacob,
is
how much Jacob pay you for that one, dude?
no, dude. It's not that. I'm a huge Seth Gross fan.
Hey, go watch our freestyle matches on the feet, bro.
All right, no,
I'm
it's
We're
so what I'm
awesome.
thinking about.
So-
I'm thinking about his match with the NCAA finals that I watched like not that long ago. Where like 2 seconds into the match, he's in on that double leg so quick. It was
The
him
one with Delgado that he lost?
Delgado.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
you
but,
get
like-
the takedown.
Dude, I'm sorry. It's just like
I saw a tweet from him recently with that that video on Twitter. And he was like, he commented on it. I still don't understand how this happened. Because
oh,
it's like the best double ever right off the whistle, and just Delgado disappeared.
Like 6 times
Delgado
in
is
the
so
match, or
great.
8 times in that match that happened.
Have you guys ever wrestled Delgado?
I haven't.
Mm.
He's a little too old for me.
I think that'd be an interesting one. Be crazy. But
That's
All right, Jude.
His style definitely didn't translate to freestyle too well.
All right, so Jude, I have a question for you.
all right, lay it on me.
Took AJ.
You're gonna make me flip. You're gonna make me
Hey,
flip,
hey.
aren't you?
no.
You
You made your
took
pick.
AJ, bro.
I took
AJ shop.
I
Okay.
took AJ just because I had to make the picks, and I was like, I might as well go all Edinburgh.
So,
I wasn't even on the show at the time. I just did it for fun.
all right.
All right,
So, I got you now. Okay.
thank you, buddy.
So Jude, back it up. Why?
I said I think Nashon's prowess on his feet is incredible, and I think peak Nashon would win this match.
So, you guys know I'm going with Seth, but my arguments for this are your blast double that Jude's bringing up. Delgado beat that with scrambling and his leg passes. Seth is prominent for that. He always scrambles since what you were a kid at Apple Valley, and Seth's scrambling is completely one of his best assets.
But Seth, do you do leg passes?
Oh yeah, if I need to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like I do a leg pass in this match.
Watch the first 30 seconds of me versus RBY. He hits the nicest double, and watch what happens.
All right,
But-
I'll watch it.
But can you go right into it in like 0.2 seconds like Delgado?
Dude, watch RBY, dude. This dude hits me with a double, takes me off my feet 10 seconds into the match.
Also, like I said last time with AJ Shop, I see him getting a turn. I see AJ Shop getting a turn, and I see Seth getting a turn with a tilt. Nashon never wrestled anybody like AJ or Seth that like on top. Obviously he wrestled similar, but on top, Nashon never really wrestled anybody, and one turn is 4 points. One turn is 4 points, and that is way too many takedowns to score on Seth Gross to win. So that's
a good argument, actually.
So Seth, you're welcome.
All right, man. All right.
You
know what? I won't even vote. Let's just take it to Twitter and see who.
Well, we know who won that one already. That was bold.
Bold pick. I'm pretty sure Seth knows who won that. He always has a plan.
It was like 60 to 40% last time I checked. I don't know what could have happened the last
55-45.
He's calling all his Wisconsin friends. He's like, get on quick.
Did you see Mason Beckman's comment?
Mason Beckman didn't like it. He said this is recency bias.
About ours?
Yeah, about the poll.
Should have got him on here to argue it.
I'm sure
We blew it. We're terrible.
No, but Dyson Gould in the Facebook chat in all caps said Seth all day.
Let's go. That's my dude, Jason.
Wow. All right. So I guess we're going Seth in this one, unfortunately.
All right. Wisconsin needed a little bit of momentum.
Oh my gosh. We took like 25 minutes on that matchup.
That was a highlight match. That was entertaining. Come on.
It's part of the fun. All right.
I will say anytime if this match happens again, anytime, I don't care what I'm doing, I'm watching, because those other two matches were stupidly awesome.
They're fun. I like wrestling him.
We still friends, Seth? Are you angry at me?
I don't know, dude. We'll talk about that later.
Oh no.
I'm gonna talk with Nashon soon, and I gotta watch myself.
Uh-oh.
All right. So let's jump down to 41. Give poor Seth a break. Give him a breather after his win. 141, we have the hero for the Badgers of last week, or of the last episode, Tristan Moran. And he, like Seth said, is probably walking around at like 200 pounds right now.
He's up there.
And then Yanni D on the other side. So we actually have both these guys coming off of a landmine, in which Tristan Moran benefited, and Yanni is limping in off of his landmine.
One guy is the landmine, and he places him very carefully. One guy doesn't even look where he's walking. Come on, Yanni. Come on, Yanni.
All right, well.
He was watching a little while ago. I don't know if he's still on.
Yeah, well, let's get into it. Well, see if he's still on. Maybe we can see what his take on the match is. But
Yanni's the best.
All right. Jack, I think you said you knew Yanni a little bit.
Yeah, so I wrestled him a lot, and then I would go up to his house and train with him. I mean, the dude's a wizard. He knows his stuff more than anyone. So, I mean, I'm choosing Yanni probably over anyone at this weight.
Yeah. Tristan's my boy, but Yanni ain't going for the sit cradle on him. So, I'm going Yanni too.
It's got to be Yanni.
I'm going Yanni as well. We got the Chattanooga SID on here, Austin Overman. And wait, hold on. I think Austin Overman. Yeah, so Austin Overman's the Chattanooga SID, and he's probably waiting for the Kyle Rochelle match. So I'm going to hurry up and pick Yanni Diakomahalis, as is everybody else, I believe.
Jacob?
Yeah, it's Yanni D, man. Yanni D.
Right.
Could be a four-timer. We'll see. All right. So wait, hold up. Before we move on. So Jack, what weight are you going senior level?
Yeah, I'm going 57 kilos. I mean, I don't feel like 61 is right for me. I've got to go 57. Whenever you sacrifice a little bit, it always feels good, and you feel like you deserve it a little more. So I'm ready to make the cut and get after it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we see a Gross Mueller match. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, man.
Sooner or later. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be down at 57, but
you gotta make it happen quick.
Yeah. If it ain't within the next year, it ain't happening.
All right. Well, part of the reason I asked was because I feel like we can't can we really roll through Yanni and Tristan Moran so quickly and not even talk about it? So obviously we got Yanni up at 65 with Jo and Zane and all that host of awesome wrestlers, McKenna, all those guys up there. What do you guys see as fans for 165? What do you see going down at 65?
Not 165, just 65.
65.
Up at 65.
I'm gonna be.
Olympics.
I think anybody could win it, but I gotta say, dude, Jo at his best is hard to beat. Jo at his best is a monster, and I think he showed that last time out there. But I mean, Yanni's they've got some familiarity, so I think Jo and Yanni's probably Jo's biggest threat. I mean, Zane's beat him, but I feel like Jo definitely wasn't 100% last year. So I got Jo until proven otherwise at that weight.
Yeah,
I think it's Jo, Yanni too, and I like Jo ever since he's made the move to UNC under Monday, and he's been unstoppable. But I think Yanni was a little banged up at senior nationals in December, so I don't think we saw him nearly to like the best of his potential. And usually when we see him step on the mat, he's another level. I think Yanni, especially with another year of training and maturity, I think he's the guy.
I'm a big fan of Joey McKenna. I mean, he didn't have the best senior level in, after his college season wrapped up. I guess that was 2019, right? That wasn't his best. But then he came back this year at the Senior Open, beat Yanni, made the finals. I don't know. I think his upside is incredibly high, and especially if he can go in and because like the mystique of Yanni was really, I felt like, was his biggest asset, right? They're like, guys are like, I don't know what he's gonna do, and it's probably pretty scary watching him. But it was clear that when Joey McKenna beat him, that he was training for Yanni Diakomahalis and training to beat Yanni. So a guy like that who can overcome such a hurdle, right? Yanni was Final X, tech to Jo and shoot, I forgot the name of the event, Vegas. And so I'm a big Joey McKenna guy.
I think it's interesting that I think it's super interesting that, obviously this is kind of a weight where you have like the big three, right? So you got, obviously we're talking about Jo, we're talking about Yanni and Zane, and you got McKenna flirting right there. But Zane's the returning rep, right? And we're not even talking about it.
He's sharp too.
Nick, yeah. Oh yeah. But I think that's crazy. Like Zane is actually the returning rep. He beat both of these guys last year. And we're not even mentioning him.
Yeah.
I think 141 is going to be super interesting next year too in folk style, especially if Sebastian bumps up.
Yeah.
I want to see how this.
I have a feeling he will.
You think so?
He will, yeah.
Yeah.
When he was coming on the Bader show around right after NCAA was canceled, he was like, "Yeah, I think I'm probably bumping up."
Yeah. So Ironman, Yanni, Ekamindia.
Mendy, I forgot about him.
Oh man,
it's gonna be a loaded weight.
Nick Lee,
Nick Lee, I forgot about him.
Back. And then who's Oklahoma State rolling out? Are they gonna have Cade Brock back?
Cade or G Feller?
Or yeah, that'll be incredible weight. Hey,
you guys forgot about my boy Real Woods.
Real Woods
man.
too, yeah. Oh my goodness. Real was way under the radar this year.
Dude, Real was my dark horse pick before season started. I've been out there. I've rolled with him a little bit, and that dude's good.
Oh yeah,
he was right there to beat Pletcher, like OT.
Yeah, watching him at
so
the scuffle
close.
his freshman year when he pushed Nick Lee, like his true freshman year. I guess he still is a freshman last year, but I knew he was going to be really good. And then he lost to. He won the let's see. Did he win the scuffle this year? I believe he did. Yeah, he won the scuffle.
Yeah.
Incredible wrestler, and he's so young. He could have been a national champ this year for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
But I want to clear up a mistake real quick that I made. I confused Austin Overman, who's the Cornell SID, with Jay Blackman, the UT Chat SID. So I apologize, Austin.
So we got Mason in the Facebook group. So we need him to explain himself.
All right, Mason.
But while we wait on him, let's go ahead and get back on track. 149, Kyle Rochelle for Wisconsin, and Chris Villalonga for Cornell.
Here,
Seth,
I'll give down.
I guess get us started.
Oh yeah, Seth, you want to run us down on Kyle Rochelle?
I guess that's the one guy I'm probably not super familiar with, but I know he had a super solid career. Was he a 2-time, 3-time All-American?
He was 4-time. He was a 4-timer.
Was he 4-time All-American?
Yep.
He was very good for the
Yeah,
band.
so he's
Big Ten champ.
Was he right at that? Was he right around the 2010-11 range?
Yes, he was.
That's what I thought. Yeah, but yeah, he's a beast, and he's about to get this done for us. So we're ready to send him out there.
And then Sam, you want to give us the rundown on Chris?
Yeah.
Chris Villalonga.
He, I believe, graduated 2014 or 13, around there.
Mm-hmm.
I do know he went to Blair, and he wrestled 57 for part of his career, if I'm not mistaken, too. But he 3-time qualifier, 3rd at EIWAs, never All-American.
He did All-American.
He did All-American. When was that? His senior year?
Yeah, he got, oh man, I think it was like 5 through 8 somewhere. I don't remember
I'll
one
have to
time.
look it up.
Yeah, he AA'd one time. I don't remember what place it was, but I guess Jude, start us off. Who you thinking?
Dude, I'm going Kyle Rochelle, 4-time AA.
So Villalonga beat Kendrick Maple at NCAAs and took Nick Dardanes to overtime his senior year.
Yeah, but Kyle Rochelle, 4-time AA, dude.
Rochelle
I'm looking at
has
the
a
whole body of
win
career.
over
Rochelle has a win over Molinaro.
7-1 Conti semis.
7-1?
Wow.
What?
It's a 6-point victory over national champ.
Yeah, I'm taking Rochelle.
Yeah,
Rochelle.
Give me Rochelle.
Today.
I'm going Rochelle as well. Nice guy.
All right. Well, we cleared that one up pretty quickly.
Sam, is the score right on this stool?
I'm updating it now. It's 12-9.
12-9. 3 bouts to go.
We got a couple good ones too. These next two are, I mean, this next one especially is freaking good match.
Yeah,
Ready for a landmine?
I mean, maybe. I will get this started off with give the rundown on Isaac Jordan, NCAA runner-up at 165 pounds. He actually wrestled at 157 for 1 year, and luckily for us, that's enough to put his whole body of work down at one weight. But he's a 3-time All-American, 2-time Big Ten champ. I don't remember who he lost to in the finals. Jacob, do you happen to know?
He lost to Imar.
Imar.
Yeah.
Imar. He lost to.
Wait. You said Isaac Jordan or was Daringer? He lost to Daringer.
Yeah, another Hodge Trophy winner.
He lost to Imar in the semis, didn't he? Or the quarters, or the Big Ten finals.
He lost in the semis to Imar when he was at 165 in 2017.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, he lost in the
Either one.
finals to Daringer.
Real Buto, his opponent, also lost to Imar in the finals. Well,
Common opponent. One of the greatest, one of the greatest college wrestlers to not be a 4-timer.
All right, so we got to remember real quick that a lot of people are going to be listening to this and not watching the video. So before we even talk anymore, 157. This match is Isaac Jordan, which we've talked about for a second, versus Brian Real Buto. So we got the rundown on Isaac Jordan, NCAA finalist. He was a 4-time All-American. Brian Real Buto. Sam, what you got?
man, Real Buto was a stud. Wrestled a lot of different weights throughout his career. He went 57 all the way to 74, and he was a 3-time All-American, and just one of. I mean, I talked about this on the Edinburgh show, but he was one of Cornell's best guys there is. He took 6th, 2nd, then he got hurt in the first round of NCAAs his junior year, but was ranked number 1 going into the NCAAs that year. So the only reason, in my opinion, he's not a 4-time All-American is because of getting hurt. And then his senior year ended up taking 5th, I believe. So he went 6th, 2nd, got hurt, and then 5th.
Yeah.
What was Isaac Jordan's finishes?
Isaac Jordan, he was second, and then I believe he took 7th twice.
Here, I'll look it up. Y'all keep talking. He was a
Yeah.
4-time All-American for sure.
Strictly comparing stats, Robuto's got the upper hand, but
Yeah. So Isaac Jordan went 7-7-2-4.
well, maybe not. All
7,
depends on how you look
2, 4.
at it.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh,
I'm
so he was
sorry.
a 4-time. I didn't realize he's a 4-time All-American. I should have
Yep.
known that.
7-7-2-4. Isaac Jordan has some good wins in his career. He beat Daniel Lewis, Brandon Womack.
Did he ever beat his cousin?
No.
Yeah.
Wrestled
Wait.
Bo. Yes.
Wait, he
He beat Bo
always beat
Jordan.
him.
Yep, he beat him every
He
time.
always. Oh yeah, it was he always
Yep.
beat Bo? That's right. Other
Have
way
you
around.
have you guys seen the video of President Trump talking about Jim Jordan and he was talking about I sent it to Jacob and Jude, but
Yeah.
he was talking about wrestlers like the NCAA champs coming to see him at the White House, and he said when they first got there, he was standing in a room and Jim Jordan was somewhere else in the room, and all the wrestlers were like, "Oh, hey, Mr. President," then walked over to Jim Jordan, and they all wanted to see Jim Jordan, not the president, and he thought that was pretty cool. I love that video. I'll send
It's
it.
actually pretty funny.
So also a huge win that I found on Isaac Jordan's resume is a sudden victory 6-4 win over Vincenzo Joseph.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Especially an overtime win.
So Vincenzo has only lost to a handful of dudes in his career, one of them being Isaac Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's some pretty stacked evidence in the favor of Wisconsin.
Also,
Yeah, and I mean,
Twitter poll has Isaac Jordan. So, I mean, I might just vote right now. I think I'll go Isaac Jordan. I'm picking Jordan.
All right. I'm going to follow suit. Isaac Jordan for the win.
I got Isaac Jordan as well.
And that's it. That's a wrap.
Yep, it's gonna be Isaac Jordan for me.
Jack, do you have any thoughts on this matchup?
So 2014 NCAAs, Real Budo got 6th, Isaac Jordan got 7th in the same weight, but they didn't wrestle. And so I tried to look it up.
How does that work?
They're just on the opposite sides.
So they probably lost to almost a similar,
That's
super
6th
similar
and 7th?
guys.
Yeah, they both lost to James Green.
Okay.
Well,
I'll go Isaac Jordan.
Nice.
I like his resume a little more.
Yeah, I just found a kind of good win for Brian Real Budo. He tech falled Evan Skatska 19-4.
You know who Real Budo did
Skatska,
beat?
though.
You know who Real Budo did beat pretty bad one time was Derek St. John.
Yeah, 11-4 quarters of NCAAs.
man,
He was good, man. He's really good.
do you remember that clip of Real Budo and Jason Nolf where I'm gonna blow it, but someone gets hit in a headlock for no points and they get back up and the other guy immediately gets a takedown.
Yeah.
It might have been a Jason Nolf headlock, Brian Real Budo takedown, but like it's a real pretty headlock to a real pretty single leg right afterwards. I don't know.
Sounds right. Nolf had that.
It was that scuffle.
Lefty headlock. But all right. So we all got Isaac Jordan. I guess we'll just go ahead and move on.
Defensive pin guy Adam Gusky says Isaac Jordan as well on Facebook. So
Thanks, Adam.
Right.
So it's
If we want to bring
unanimous.
this up, Ian Miller beat Isaac Jordan. Brian Real Budo beat Ian Miller. We don't
Wow.
have to talk about that, but
Do we want to talk about the score of the match or?
Dude, Isaac Jordan doesn't care. You think he's looking at the stats before he goes out there? No, he's ready.
transitive property. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, hey, so who was it trying to get in some crazy transitive properties last time? Was that you, Jude?
What?
Dude,
What?
that was good.
I don't know.
Just
Play
like
the footage
linking
back.
like 7 different matches together. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
What did I say?
No, no,
How
no.
what
See,
this was?
Miles.
I don't remember who the match was, but Jude literally goes, okay, wrestler A lost to wrestler B, but wrestler B beat this guy. Therefore, transitive property B
Well, no,
beats
it
A.
was deeper than that.
It's like,
It was
you
like
just said he lost to him.
And then I'm pretty sure the actual guys that wrestled like had a head-to-head match too. And then
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is insane.
Christian Piles used what was it, Sal Mastriano to beat Zane Rutherford
Yeah.
through transitive property.
Yeah. Hey, it works sometimes.
Craziness.
But
Dude, all I can say is, taking after my favorite band, Boston, it was just more than a feeling, dude. It was more. It's all I got. It was more than a feeling. All right.
165. This is, aside from 133, this is the other huge match of the duel. We have Andrew Howe versus
Guys,
Kyle Dake.
We're gonna pause here because we all went for Isaac Jordan. The upset for Wisconsin is within a landmine's reach.
And
And
listen,
landmine-
no,
a landmine
listen,
ends
Sam.
it. A
Sam,
landmine
Sam.
ends it.
Sam,
Hey,
we are
hey,
not going to compromise our integrity for a win in
what
a
are you talking about? I'm not
match.
compromising. What are you saying?
Sam, you know how mad people would be at if Wisconsin upsets Cornell here.
Yeah, people would be furious. It
Wouldn't
would
it be
be
Especially because
awful.
Yanni retweeted our vote thing. We had so many Cornell people voting on our Twitter.
So did
We had
one
a lot of
Seth
Oklahoma
Gross
State
and one
people,
Jack
too.
Mueller.
Yeah.
Hey, you had a lot of Oklahoma State fans vote on Oklahoma. Were they pissed?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I bet so.
All right. Well,
One
we're
landmine.
coming down to the last two matches.
One
And is that true, Sam? Are we tied 12-12?
Yep, that's it.
Tied 12-12.
12-12.
Jacob does not like.
All right. I don't like what?
All right, be quiet. I'm gonna tell you about Andrew Howe. Listen
All
up.
right, go for it.
NCAA champion, 4-time All-American. One of the meanest people to exist. Probably nice off the mat, mean on the mat. Dude, I mean, what else can you say? He was in the same group with, Dake and Jordan Burroughs and all those guys in there. And
He beat JB a couple times in the circuit.
It's true.
rough.
So these guys do have a head-to-head match. Kyle
2013.
Dake took it 4-2, I believe.
That was freestyle too. Or are you talking about folk style?
Well, freestyle came into effect at 133 in this match where Nashon Garrett, in my mind, beat Seth Gross.
Mm-hmm.
We're still talking about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, Kyle Dake, 4-time national champ, 4 different weight classes, possibly the best to ever do it. Very rarely got scored upon. And he apparently doesn't age. He goes backwards.
He
in the
ages.
aging process.
It
Benjamin
just
Button.
depends on how you define age.
He gets younger every day.
Reversing.
And so yeah.
Oh.
But Andrew
Cortisol.
Howe. Oh man, Andrew Howe is so good.
Hey,
This-
wait. I have some questions for Seth and Jack. What did you guys think of the Jordan Burroughs, Kyle Dake debacle that went down?
Jude, quit fidgeting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. Seth, what did you think of it?
I don't know, man. I think it was good. I mean, I think that stuff's all right for the sport and entertaining and stuff. I think that I like JB though. JB the GOAT out here.
And
I think he's a better I don't know. Kyle kind of annoyed me in the whole arguments and stuff, but I don't know. I'm a JB fan. I hope he gets the spot.
and what about you, Jack?
I think it was good for the sport, I think that's what's made MMA so big is people like McGregor. So, I mean, the more of that, it's probably good. So
And who do you think will take the spot?
I don't want to say.
It's so hard. They're so tight.
The hardest match to pick, in my opinion.
People always doubt JB. He finds a way.
He
It's
turns
true.
on.
Yeah.
He turns it on when the lights are on. But
Comeback king.
man, I don't know. I don't see Dake losing. Sorry, Jordan, if you're watching. I hope you're not.
I doubt it.
Because, all right, let's talk about it for a minute then. I disagree. It's Burroughs, man. Burroughs. So
Yeah.
when I am thinking about the match, I think back to Dake versus Daringer last year, right? Obviously, we know Dake has incredible defense, world class, like just probably one of the best defensive wrestlers in the world. But when Daringer's coming hot at the last minute 30 seconds, trying to get in and get a takedown, obviously he can't, and Dake's great in that position. But there is not possibly in the history of wrestling a better last 30 seconds of the match wrestler than Jordan Burroughs. I mean,
Yeah, but you could say the same
Oh
thing.
no,
Kyle.
Sam, we'll
He's
throw
like
you
one of
out
the
of this
best
call in
defenders
1 second,
ever.
dude.
I'm
Oh,
the
absolutely.
host, so you can't
Well-
really do that. But I'm so like I don't
Sam's
know,
a
man.
communist sympathizer.
Yeah, but Burroughs did lose a match to Martinez, but I don't know.
I was gonna say that, Seth.
I just think that Burroughs has got the freaking clutch gene, man. Like
That's
he's
what I'm
got
saying,
ice in
man.
his veins, man. At the
He
end of
does.
the day, this dude finds a way to freaking get it done.
y'all, I can't stand Sidikov more than anything, and I love Jordan Burroughs. He's one of the nicest guys ever. But I'm just saying, Sidikov is an incredible last 30 seconds wrestler.
Hold on, Sam. Did you just?
Jacob has gotten thrown out of this call for saying
No.
that.
Did I just do what?
Yeah. Yes, okay, so if people are listening and they didn't see a couple episodes ago, Sam literally threw me off the Zoom call because we were talking. He literally just threw me off because we were talking about Kyle Snyder and Sadulayev, and I said basically the same thing. Where obviously, it went both ways, but he was talking all up Kyle Snyder and basically talking like Sadulayev was nothing. And I said, well, who won the last match? That's all I said. It was basically exactly like what you just said. And I got kicked.
Oh, he's gone. Dude, I think Sam's the dictator here.
What?
I think Sam has a little Soviet Union in him.
Think
Oh
so?
my gosh. And now we don't have the screen sharing or anything. This has been derailed, Sam Herring.
Bro, it needs to be derailed.
Bring him back in.
Can't be
Bring him back
talking
in.
like that. He's coming. He's coming.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, well, I suppose we should just talk about the matchup while we're waiting.
Hey, Jacob.
You realize I'm the host of this one, right?
That's like the
Yeah, I think
equivalent of Ben Askren throwing off Christian Piles.
I'm the host of this.
Oh my God. I just got thrown off again.
It's embarrassing. Making us look
whatever.
unprofessional, Sam.
Whatever.
It's fun. It's really fun.
All right, whatever. Okay, let's do this matchup. We only have 2 left. I think we should keep it moving. Jacob, you want to start screen sharing again?
Yeah, as soon as my computer decides to like me again.
It's okay. Well, here I have it pulled up. I will just say the names, and it's Andrew
no
Howe
vote.
and Kyle Dake.
Yeah, we got
got
no
a
vote
we got a little distracted, but I don't know. I just think Dake. It's just he won the head-to-head. He's peak Kyle Dake is arguably, he's up there among the very best college wrestlers of all time. He has wins over so many guys. So I'm gonna vote for Kyle Dake here in this match.
Sam, put our checks back in.
I'm coming.
All right, Jacob, who do you have?
Speed checks.
Who do I have? Yeah, I mean, this is one of those situations where, as great as Andrew Howe is, how do you pick against a 4-time national champ, 4 different weight classes, 2-time world champ, and again, the key factor being that he is getting younger every day. So it's Kyle Dake.
Andrew Howe isn't getting younger every day. Jack, who do you have?
I got Dake. He's the best college wrestler, in my opinion, ever.
Better than Kale?
I do. I think so.
So. Kale didn't lose.
Kale didn't lose, but Dake did it in different styles, different weight classes. Like the difference between 41 and 65, like their wrestling styles is so different. So he had to adapt every single year. Sure, Dake lost a few times in regular season.
Hey, who put my vote up there already? I ain't voted yet.
Oh,
Hey,
let's
also point out, like, I feel like every time Kyle Dake's name gets brought up, it's always 4-time champ, 4 different weight classes. Let's also put a little respect on the dudes he beat in the finals, right? So he beat Montel Marion as a freshman. Montel Marion was a 2-time finalist, right? Then beats Molinaro, who was a 2-time finalist, 1-time champ. Beats Derek St. John, another champ, and then David Taylor, 2-time Hodge Trophy winner, 2-time champ, 4-time finalist, right? So he wasn't getting to the finals beating up on the 12 seed that made it through, right? He beat up on some of the best dudes to step on the mat too.
I'm just saying, Cale Sanderson. It's not like he was beating like wimps either, right? He beat Daniel Cormier, right? Who's an Olympian. He world medalist. Dude.
How many titles did Cormier win?
NCAA or Olympic? He won.
NCAA.
I don't know.
College.
0.
His college wrestling was not. It took him a while to develop. Cormier.
Yeah.
I don't think he was nearly as good as he was for the 2008 Olympics.
Does anybody know? Anybody know who else Cale beat? I know he beat Cormier.
I can look it up. What year
I
is
was
it?
not even in the womb.
2002, 2004.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
John Trench, who was one of the greatest to not win a title. Then 2003. Nope, that's not it. That was I guess. When was his senior year? Why was that?
2002.
Okay. Daniel Cormier. And then, sorry.
You're good, dog.
Virtus Jones. So I'm from West Virginia.
Okay.
And then 99. Brandon Eggum.
Oh yeah, I remember him talking about that.
Yeah.
Because Eggum was #1 ranked. That was Cale's freshman year. Eggum was a senior and #1 ranked in the country. And it was his first year he was going to win a national title. And Cale came out as a true freshman, I believe. And Brandon, like, nobody had ever heard him, and there wasn't, like, high school recruiting and rankings and stuff like that like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And so Eggum was like, I'm going to win this year, finally my time. And people started talking to him about this guy, Cale Sanderson. He's like, who's this young kid, Cale Sanderson? And then he got beat up on.
So is this conversation the Michael Jordan, LeBron James of wrestling?
Hey, did Kyle Dake take a redshirt year?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes,
So they both redshirted?
Well, I don't know if Cale redshirted. He might have redshirted later on in his career.
He redshirted because he lost his redshirt year one match.
Oh, did he really? I didn't know that.
What?
Little
so there's
known
an
fact.
asterisk.
Yep. There you go, Jude. He was not undefeated.
My world's crashing down around me. So, all right, I think
Seth
We're
Gross.
waiting on the
I
final
voted
vote.
for Kyle Dake. Seth, who are you voting for?
All right, Kyle Dake, one of the best college wrestlers ever. But he did lose matches, and today, I'd hate to do this, diehard Badger fan, but Andrew Howe locks him up, crunches him down with the landmine, and he sticks Kyle Dake. It wasn't the national tournament. He pins Kyle Dake right there, right now, on Wisconsin.
Wisconsin wins,
Lord.
and they win.
No, they're not win yet. We have one match left.
Yeah, who wants? Yeah, let's go.
Good.
One match left.
Are you
But
kidding me?
We're sitting at 18-12, Wisconsin,
Jacob's
with
ready to start.
huge landmine at 165.
Seth, you're,
Freaking straight bear hug, dude. Andrew Howe was just getting sick of this backwards aging crap, so we freaking put him down.
dude, maybe it was the cortisone that it aided him into the victory.
Maybe Dake did a little too much stretching before.
Too much stretching.
A little too
Gets
much
you
stretching.
sometimes.
Nope.
Man.
Dude, Seth, you have to realize how unprofessional this makes us look, because for the most,
Oh, come on.
for the people who don't know how
Come
the
on.
landmine system works, they're just gonna.
Oh
look
well, they'll learn, bro. If they're watching, they'll learn.
They're
what the
learning
landmine
quick.
means. It'll become-
Oh,
Go Badgers!
go Badgers.
Hey, you gotta expect it from me, dude. What do you think? I'm gonna freaking let us lose like
You're
that?
never coming on again. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll see you at the Penn
Done.
State match, dude.
Uh-oh. That's
All right. Well,
it.
No, we got one
Landmine.
more match. We got one more match.
That's right.
Sitting at
174.
So this comes down to 174. It has taken the lead 18-12. 174, we got Ryan Christensen versus Mac Lunas. And Cornell is just desperately praying that something crazy happens. So Mac Lunas, Sam, who's Mac Lunas?
He is the guy that I mistaked for Cam Simas or Cam Simas. I don't know. But he was the number 1 seed in that insane bracket in 2008. And he barely made the cutoff because he graduated in 2011. He's an All-American from 2008, 4th place in 2008. That's when he got the All-American. And he solid guy for Cornell. Not their best guy, but he was a solid guy. 1-time All-American.
And then Ryan Christensen is a 4-time national qualifier, won a couple matches at NCAAs throughout the years. Did all right. He was super consistent, right around the probably fringe guy every year. And yeah, that's Ryan Christensen.
Sam, did you update the score?
No, I did not. It's 18-12. I'm sorry, guys.
18-12. It should be reading.
Oh.
All right, let's just go ahead and start it off. Jack,
say it,
who you taking
dude.
this
Just
match?
say it. You're going landmine. Just say it.
Don't
Why are you trying to talk me into something?
Well, I thought you were doing it. I don't care, dude.
I don't think I'm going to landmine. But I do think Christensen will win because of the landmine. Riding high on that victory from the last time.
He's only going for the pin or what?
Is he gonna
Dude, it's
pin him?
momentum. They had 149, 157,
Yeah.
big match at 165, 174. Keep it rolling.
All right, pin him. Whatever.
Oh
Let's
my
do it.
gosh!
Let's
It's a
pin
double
him.
landmine.
Pin him.
No.
Wow.
Wait, so are we using a landmine here or what?
He did it.
You did it.
He
The,
did
min-
it. He
the
pinned
momentum
him.
was too much.
Oh, I
He
can
handled
pin them.
Back-to-back pins for the dub.
This is so on purpose.
Oh my God.
You blew him up.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you wrestle after someone on your team's gotten a pin,
It's
dude.
true.
it's like you inject I don't even know, pre-workout into your body, and then you're just going nuts.
Wait, so we have to verify because when you started your sentence, it was, I don't think I'm going landmine here. Right. So was that a landmine or was
Well,
that
I was working myself through the match, right away, boom,
Yeah, he didn't
takedown,
know.
takedown right away, and then escape, boom, takedown right away. You're up 4-1. He's still going, maybe a 6-2 out of the first, takes down, gets up, boom, sticks him. You got to wrestle through the match.
Yeah.
Like,
He
I
didn't
can't
know the
start at
landmine
the
was
end.
happening.
I can't start at the end.
Howe went out there and straight just bear hugged him right away. So that's why I kind of just called it out like that.
Wow.
Guys, Wisconsin made the semis.
Yup.
Oh
They
my
didn't
Lord.
break the semis, dude. They dominated their way to the semis.
That is insane.
24-12.
On this salty Cornell lineup.
What did Penn
my
State win
gosh.
by against Virginia Tech?
It was too close for comfort, I'll tell you that.
Well, it was wasn't it closer than this?
I would like to again point out that before last show, when we were about to see Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, I text Sam and Jude and said, "Hey, do we really want Seth on? Because I don't think it's going to go good for Wisconsin." And now we're sitting here looking at Wisconsin in the freaking semifinals. What the heck is going on?
Hey, Penn State next. Let's go. Hey, we're
Oh,
keeping
no.
the boys
man.
ready. We're
Oh
keeping
my
the boys
gosh.
ready. Everybody's relaxing during the quarantine. We're out here grinding.
Seth
is
Gross is coming on
insane.
again.
Not a
Wow.
fact to say about it. I ain't having this landmine tomfoolery happen to my Nittany Lions. All right.
We'll see about that, dude.
Uh-oh.
I already got some lineup switches coming for Penn State.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Oh my Lord.
Wow. The red hot Wisconsin Badgers. Dude. No, who can stop them? Who can stop
my
them?
Not
Lord.
Penn State, dude.
Double
If anyone
upset.
can, it's Penn State. But
Oh,
Man.
man.
This is
I think-
insane. This is crazy.
Wow.
I think Graf's making his show out next match.
Are you gonna do a little lineup switch?
We need to if we're gonna get this competitive out here.
Graph against RDY, bro.
one of the coolest moments in the sport was when he made the world team last
Oh,
year,
dude.
Absolutely.
and he broke down on the mat. That was sick.
Dude, he was so happy. Like that was awesome. He's a good dude.
Yeah, that was cool.
Guys,
Cool.
Wow.
Wisconsin upsets number 4 and number 5.
Okay. I would just like to point out that was a perfectly placed landmine and probably a mistake on my part because I was definitely going with it. I was definitely going with it if it didn't happen. I was going the other way, landmine. I was going to pin Christensen with Mac Lunas.
I knew you were. That's why I was telling you. I knew you were doing it.
You should have
Oh.
jumped on it, dog.
So I had looked up. You can like I was texting Dyson, and I was texting Mason Beckman to get like a tiebreaker because I looked up the criteria.
Won.
And no, it's 5-5. Otherwise,
5-5.
It would have been 7. It would have been 7 or 6-4. It would have been
No.
6-4.
1, 2, 3,
How?
4. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4, 5.
how?
Oh no!
It'd be
You're
5
right.
and
You're
5.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been
And
5
then
and
we
5.
go to
So the bottom like it
balls.
literally went through every criteria and got to flip a coin, and I was like, I'm not doing that. We got to get other people.
Does it really go to flip a coin?
It does.
It does. And
It
it's
goes
like
all
the
the way
very
down.
last thing.
It would never-
It's gotta
Obviously,
be
we were gonna do-
horrible.
Yeah, it's
it
awful.
would never happen because you'd have to like do the exact same points like in every match would have to be like even and it would.
Those
it
are
would-
takedowns too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
takedown. There's like so many things they would have to do.
I've actually been in that situation. So my senior year in high school, we were wrestling, and we actually ended up wrestling this team later in the state dual semifinals and lost by 1. But we were wrestling them at a tournament earlier in the year, and that happened where we tied, and they sat at the table talking forever, and then they ended up flipping a coin because literally we had like I think there were less
Because it goes down to like number of takedowns in the entire duel.
Yeah.
Like, how
No,
did-
seriously. Like we had the same amount. It was insane.
What year
I remember
Crazy.
were you wrestling in high school, Jacob? Because the rules might have been different then too.
11 through 14.
No,
But
probably not that different.
I think there was less. I think that the list was shorter for criteria. I don't remember. I don't know what they were, but I'm pretty sure it was shorter. But
So
I
did you
know
win?
takedowns was in there.
Question mark.
Yeah, we won the coin toss.
Oh my gosh.
But they ended up getting us in the state semifinals, which
Hey,
really
that's just as dumb as when they used to make you freaking grab a ball out of the bag to freaking decide if to do the claims.
Well, what else are they supposed to do in a tie like that? Like, how can you keep going?
I don't know.
I think
Wrestle
that
again.
the last
Put the
tiebreaker
coaches out there.
The coaches,
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say. Last
the coach.
tiebreaker, put the head coaches out there.
The team most underweight.
How awesome would that be?
No,
Freaking
coaches-
pick a coach and put him out there.
Pick a coach. Oh.
Who would you send out for Wisconsin?
Ah,
You got- you got-
Reader all
You got
day.
Gunna, you got Reader, you got
Reader
Donut.
all day. That
Reader?
dude's scary, dude.
I bet.
Who'd Cornell put out?
Cornell would put out Kyle Dake.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that'd be tough.
That's not good.
Or Dean. They've got good options.
Did Reader? I think wrestled Dake. It was actually a crazy good match at U.S. Open or something.
Possibly, yeah.
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 Yeah, Reader's
Well,
a
guys-
freak, man. He's so good.
That was an incredible show. All the technology and everything went great. Jacob Hoogley successfully got kicked off the show. So,
Nice. Glad that still works.
Man.
yeah, everything's working well. And Mason Beckman says Nashon would beat Seth by 5. So
Oh my god.
Hey, he didn't
Wow.
even beat me by 5 in freestyle, but he's gonna do it in folk style. Come on, man.
Do
Mason.
you take the over on points or under? So is it like 20 to
Over all day.
15 or
Yeah. What's he?
It's gotta be big. Man. So I guess with that kind of wraps us up to a close. Jack Mueller, thanks for coming on, being available. Sorry that we didn't get a Texas team in there, but
Yeah, or UVA, you know.
or UVA,
on.
either of them.
Almost put Virginia Tech in the semis. Come
they
on.
didn't make it, man. They didn't.
Hey, it was statistics. It wasn't us.
Okay.
Dude, rough.
Yeah, Wisconsin's still going.
Man, Seth, I don't know what to say to you. I have all the respect in the world for you, but
Hey, I don't know what to say to you either after today, man.
all right, I'm sorry. But thank you again
Well-
for coming on. It's always fun to chat. Always fun to have you on, man.
Yeah, it was a blast.
We'll have
Also,
to
hey-
we'll have to get somebody from Penn State to counteract the homerism.
Yeah,
in
you
the
better, dude.
semifinals.
Otherwise,
boy.
we're getting it done. You better get somebody from Penn State.
I
Maybe
gotta think.
hit up RBY or something.
Justin
Yeah.
Bosch.
Have you
RBY
ever
would be
lost
doing
to a Penn State wrestler? Because that's
RBY
what we're
would
gonna
be doing
do.
this.
I have not. I beat Gilbon when I wrestled them. I've wrestled Nick Lee in freestyle. I've wrestled RBY. I haven't lost to Penn State, dude. So I'm getting the team ready. I know how to beat them.
All right, you've studied. He's done his homework. All right, and I mean, I guess with that, let's bring this to a close. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of this. It's so much fun to do this. First of all, just all the support we get and all the people coming out, and like when we started this, we did not think that we would have all these awesome guests on the show. So, man, if anyone can just be even a little bit entertained by these conversations we're having, then man, this is a success in my book. So, Jack, Seth, any last thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
No, thanks for having me.
Dude, my pleasure, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me as well. Good to see you, Jack. And I'm sure, we'll chat some point. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. Until next time.
See ya.